This is the very first building in Mina Rashid with guaranteed Burj Khalifa and sea views. Very good day everyone, it's Alexandru Birca here as usual, and I must say that we are back on track and we are coming with a lot of quality stuff over the next upcoming weeks. That's why if you don't want to miss it, please hit the subscribe button before we even start our today's analysis. We'll dive into Emaar's upcoming launch called Aurea, and look, my goal is for you to understand entirely the beauty of this master community. Ladies and gentlemen, Mina Rashid Yachts Marina is one of the last true waterfront locations in Dubai, the other three being Palm Jebel Ali, Maritime City and obviously Dubai Islands. It's worth saying that this community planned by Emaar is becoming closer to downtown every couple of months, as we all know that RTA is building new bridges, tunnels and connections. For instance, last week it took me 16 minutes drive from the site itself to my office in downtown, and that's by the way the same time frame you need from Shoba Heartland coming to the center of Dubai. For a waterfront community, that's pretty amazing. The transformation started also inside the community itself, with the first project called Seagate being in the process of handing over right now. Another exciting part is that a section of the 700-meter pool with direct Burj Khalifa views is already completed. Just imagine living that lifestyle. Now coming to the master plan itself and to the infrastructure, it's worth saying that the developer is adding some more and more features, and the most important are as following. On the left side where the phase 1 is located, a school is already marked, and that's a game changer. Families move where typically schools exist, and families mean mortgages, stability and higher resale values. A school is something that makes your location instantly a place for personal use, and this results in higher capital gains. Compare this location with Dubai Islands or Maritime City, where the school plans are still not as certain as here. That's another reason for choosing an Emaar community over any other spots. On the right side we see two hotels confirmed. One of them seems to be with a floating pool, so kind of Twiggy style. The appearance of hotels in your location typically means top-tier restaurants, nightlife and tourists. On the right side there is also a standalone gym, and for someone abroad this might seem like a small detail, but in Dubai it's a big advantage. The gyms inside buildings are usually compact, while a dedicated facility is built for people who really want to train. We can also point out a water garden for the lifestyle and greenery, and yes, even another school. Ladies and gentlemen, two schools in one master plan, that's exactly what Emaar did in Dubai Hills, and we all know how that impacted the prices. Aurea itself sits on the other side of the peninsula, almost like a corner plot. The roundabout next to it ensures side units have more open views. And when I visited the site personally, the views were stunning, as Burj Khalifa opens up better than on this render. It doesn't feel like being far away from this location. You'll be able to see both from your apartment, the water and the downtown skyline with Burj Khalifa. That's guaranteed. And it's kind of sad that the renders don't do it justice. Write it down. This will be the first project in Mina Rashid where front-facing apartments open directly to Burj Khalifa plus sea views. Now let's talk about the floor plans, as this is where Aurea really surprised me. Starting with the one-bedroom apartments, every single one has a U-shaped walk-in wardrobe. This solves one of the biggest concerns with one-beds in Dubai. Typically they have only a two-door wardrobe, barely enough for one person. Here you get a real storage, and it even makes the master bedroom feel bigger. 4.7 meters on 4.0 meters plus add the wardrobe space, that's a very decent size. Add the double sink in the master bathroom and you can clearly see that these are designed for real living. As you can see, there is also a laundry space there, and look, it's worth saying that only some of the one bedroom are facing the pool, and naturally those will be priced higher, probably even reaching to 2.8, 2.9, while the others starting from 2.3. Let's continue with the two-bedroom apartments, and the big upgrade is the entrance. Instead of stepping straight into your kitchen, you now have a foyer area, giving separation from the kitchen and the living space and a more premium feel. Again, double sink in the master bathroom, walk-in wardrobes, and a surprisingly large kitchen. We'll end up with the 3-bedroom apartments, all corner units, and you get 1 master bedroom, 2 secondary bedrooms sharing a bathroom, plus a maid's room, 2 balconies, and a smart layout. Some of the floor plans here even come with a huge terrace, more suited for end users than investors. We'll go to the numbers now, and I'll start with the payment plan as I consider it to be much more comfortable than in the previous launches. You'll inject only 24% this year, following by 20% in 2026, only 10% in 2027, another 20% next year, and only 10% again in 2029, with the final payment being in 2030, 20% on completion. That means that you are paying in manageable portion. Importantly, I think that the resale opportunity starts looking very sweet by the end of 2027 or beginning of 2028. That's the moment when most of the first phase should be completed, the infrastructure should be ready, and also the school probably should be completed as well. Prices typically climb once infrastructure becomes tangible. Official handover is scheduled for mid-2030, but keep in mind that Emaar typically delivers 6-7 months before the official date. And that's a good bonus. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we are coming to the end of the video, let's highlight once again the advantages of Aurea over some previous launches. First of all, the location. Second of all, obviously the views towards Burj Khalifa and the sea, upgraded floor plans, and obviously the infrastructure around. The launch is expected next week with only 169 apartments in this development. That's a very few number of units. You also have the prices in front of you. Shall you be interested, you can always text me on the WhatsApp. You have the credentials in front of you and I'll be more than happy to assist you as usual. I wish you all a productive day. On to the next time. Bye bye.